Hello and welcome. This is a timeless general reading. If you resonated with the title of the message, the video may be for you. Please take only what is resonating within the reading today and leave anything that is not resonating behind. I'm essentially assisting like a flow state visually, artistically with what I arrange. So this should also help you get your own intuitive messages within the reading. So if I'm talking and you're not really listening to what I'm actually saying and you're getting something else, the reading is still working. So yeah, you might get your own intuitive perspective in the reading. If you enjoy the reading in any way, please like, subscribe, share to help build the channel. I am available for private reading bookings through my website. It's nikrlinet.shop. Link is also in the description. Let's get into some messages. Quick is quick and fast is fast, and time will time will everlasting. It does not matter much to me how quick or fast you can keep up with which crowd. What we see in the symbology of tarot derives in large measure from our own intuition, and once revealed, reflects back upon each of us to further enrich our lives. Something about seeing yourself clearly and objectively at this time, seeing your reflection, perhaps seeing how others see you. Six of Swords is a card of like moving on from the past. moving forward. And I'm also getting today, like, there's this stronghold you have with, like, purpose, where to go, what to do when others don't know what to do. So in the Six of Swords, there's a child, and I'm assuming it's a woman, but there's another adult figure on the boat, and there's swords in front of them. As the man paddles forward, it's like these two feel like almost like they don't know where to go, so like they don't feel the options, they don't feel the potential, so it feels like a dead end. But this other person is the one that's rowing the boat and sees the future, sees the potential, sees the outcome. So you might be someone who's coming to this reading because you don't see the potential, or you might be coming to this reading to get moving with the potentials you're feeling into and seeing, regardless of other people not necessarily seeing exactly where this leads. Three of Pentacles is about earning your way. Okay, this is really interesting. So I'm getting this message of like, in the past, you had all these maybe creative ideas, or it's like something, it's even like almost like inventor energy, like you wanted to put your focus into certain things. But I'm getting a message about like earning a living like got in the way. You had to pay bills, you had to do things, you had to like, you know, have a job, and that just got in the way, or something like this. And then there's the Tower. So that could be a reflection for, I think some of you are on like different, it's a general reading, so some of you are on different timelines. This is something about like, maybe less focus is going into that. Maybe there's more focus going into some sort of purpose, something that you're cultivating, seeing, feeding into the arrangement. There's divine arrangement here, so this could be like about redirecting your focus. Eight of Cups is also about waiting for something to come in. So some of you have been maybe stepping away from conventional ways of doing things, or like working like as much as you used to, so that you can actually put your energy and focus into this other potential that you're seeing. And the Eight of Cups is like waiting for that to come in. So I will stop jumping between sides soon and clear the deck, but some of you are waiting for something to come in, something to pay off, because you've actually like built something with this opportunity to redirect your focus, because you were thrown out of the Tower, or the Tower threw you out. Or some of you are earlier on in the journey and are moving towards this, like maybe everything fell down and now you're like, well, you know that thing that I put on the back burner? Kind of makes sense for me to do that now, you know what I mean? Like, you know that thing I couldn't do before? Well, nothing else is working out, so why don't I just feed my focus and energy there instead? Something like this. So I'll go for some oracle cards now. I'll switch it up. If you're like feeding your focus somewhere that feels aligned, but it's also maybe not logical, or what society would be like pushing you to do, what you're like the people immediately in your environment or your life would push you to do, you're feeding your focus somewhere. I'm getting the sense that like there's different checkpoints, so if it doesn't make sense to other people, the universe is still like educating you, prompting you, preparing you for something and all the pieces will fit together, but it might just be like one thing at a time. The universe is like, here's a project, here's a task. Renewal. So like emotionally, maybe you're, yeah. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. I just get creeped out sometimes when things happen quicker for me. Devastation came out. So you could have like, maybe a tower happened recently or in the past. This could be way earlier for you. Some of you were just on this wavelength now. But it's like a tower sort of happened. It was perceived as like a devastation. Maybe emotionally you perceived it as a devastation. But there's actually renewal here, because this is leading you to where you would rather be, rather than you trying to convince yourself that you're satisfied or happy with this other path that was already in motion. Or maybe like you studied something or got a job, and you know the momentum seemed like it was going a certain way, but emotionally you were maybe not as satisfied. And that's why the renewal card is coming out. This is like, you will be releasing and addressing emotions and becoming more on board with your new path. Order, peace, and like more at peace. So I don't think your past was that peaceful. For some reason, I'm getting this message of like overwhelmed too. Maybe the past felt like your workload was too high, or it just sort of like energetically depleting, and now there's an easing up of that. So you're feeling into more renewal. I'm also getting this message about like directing your energy wiser. So this is like, yeah, intelligence. This is more like stepping into a space of separating out the actions that you're taking, and then like where your energy and your focus actually needs to be to align with renewal. So I'm getting this message of like smarter, not harder. Maybe we were trained to show up and do things a certain way and like be going all the time, working all the time, doing something all the time, and now you're like, no, I'm going to be smarter. I'm going to rest and wait for that moment where I'm in the zone, I'm clear-headed, and I can like put my focus and energy into doing this thing, and the momentum will flow quicker in a shorter amount of time, rather than just like feeling the need to do tasks all day that don't necessarily equate to things. It's just you're used to being in maybe a place or a position where that's what you were doing. It's just like constantly one thing and the next thing. Now it's more like rest and retreat and reflection in between the action or the movement. Okay, some of you may be dealing with health stuff, or you could have... Okay, sorry, one more moment. Okay, so whether you're dealing with like some medical stuff or not, or like tiredness, health issues, there's some time that the universe is trying to like carve out for you to do some self-care, do some meditation, completeness. This could be even like time to go see doctors, specialists, go to an appointment, go to a class, something focused on your health, your well-being. I also want to talk about like modern society for a second. If you're in a focus where you're on a computer for like most of your time, you're very thought focused, and what happens then is if you're not moving and using your body, you start to just like, it's almost like a computer. You just become very attached to your thoughts, and you're not so grounded in your body. But your body is an ecosystem of consciousness that contains other chakras that are arranging, feeding in, and sending out signals. So your whole body is actually consciousness, and it is consciously moving and thinking, and there's something about like connecting with the body again, understanding this, maybe healing parts of the body where there's blockages instead of like persevering and not addressing something. There's renewal here. So if you feel like some sort of tower has recently happened and you have more time on your hands, that's where the focus is being redirected. It's renewal and hope. I feel like something fits together, like this whole picture fits together, not the way people might say, think, or even see around you, but you feel into how it will come together, because it'll feel more aligned. You'll feel like when your health improves, your focus improves, your actions improve, and there's this sort of like flow-on effect. It doesn't have to fit everyone's expectations, but it will come about in this way where it's like I can be in a state of like flow, ease, health, have practices in my day that align with that are focused on that, so that when I'm actually like trying to grow something, cultivate something, focus my energy somewhere, there's no distraction and there's a lot more momentum and energy for things to prosper, come into place. For some of you, you're like a creative or an inventor, or you have like something new that's different that you're working on. There's meditation highlighted there for insights to come through, so give yourself like those opportunities to reflect or do things where you're able to see it play out without executing anything. So like dreaming it, manifesting it, visualizing it, going through the potentials in your head, meditating. You might have like a practice that assists with that. And I think, union and power is about like spirituality. So your spirituality might be guiding you with like practical matters. Your guides might be guiding you with practical matters, like what to do at work. I know that sounds crazy to some people, but I literally like, I'm a tarot reader and I do readings, but I have my cards out when I'm like at my computer or my desk working, and I get perspective on like I'm used to working autonomously without like a co-worker or a boss to tell me what to do. So I use this as the outside reference. So you might have like, even if it's just like going outside and having a coffee in the sun or whatever, it's like a moment to reflect and connect with your spirituality, your intuition, so that you get some sort of something to bounce things off almost. Okay, let's get into like, we'll see, this will probably be more like health. I bet. Okay, so this all seems sort of connected, but it's like connecting with your sacral chakra and your heart space. My god, okay, sorry, a few things to go over. So if you have like some sort of like emotional loss, or could even be like emotions with other people from the past, people you used to be around, maybe people that are still in your life, these emotions or situations might still be coming up to clear out, and there might be like an emotional hit every now and then. It's like you're not going to be triggered all day, but every now and then you might be like really like, it's like a purging the universe is doing. It's like, take this hit of the emotions that weren't processed properly in the past. Like you might have like a quick hit where it's just like you feel it all at once, but it's going to pass very quickly. And there's also this thing that I'm getting about like directing it. So exalt it, go with it, express it, but this might also be fuel to your new venture, what you're feeding your focus into. So you might actually find a way to alchemize your emotions while being like a creative, creating things. So the emotions might actually lead you to get things done, is what I'm getting. Sacral chakra, heart chakra is highlighted, and then there's financial and material changes. So some of you who are tuning with this reading are further down the timeline and you're seeing something like click into place soon financially. It could be an opportunity coming through, or like a proposal, an arrangement, an agreement, something that adds stability to this purpose career situation. So I'll pretty much leave this reading here. Patience, planning, universe, throat chakra, triumphant, success. I'll leave these cards out, but I'm basically saying like talk to the universe if you have any issues, talk to spirituality, have this inner dialogue, and also express things to others. So kind of like really align with your true intentions and purpose by like having that inner dialogue where you go back and forth with what's on your mind and what you're feeding your focus into and what you want to create, and the universe will help guide you. And also if you vocalize this, it like helps the momentum build. So this could also be like sharing things with the right people, talking about your dreams, your goals, what's happening, that kind of thing could actually help. Patience and planning. So yeah, I hope you got something out of this timeless general reading. I will leave this here. Until next time.